How's it going, everyone? This is my full review of the Sony Xperia Z. This phone has some really nice features like the waterproof feature, a 30-megapixel camera, a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor, and more. Anyway, let's jump right into this video. Let's start off with a simple overview around the phone. On the left side you will find your micro USB connector slot, on the right hand side you will find your pretty big silver rounded sleep/wake button along with your volume rockers. On the top you'll find your 3.5mm headphone jack, on the bottom you'll find the serial number of the phone along with a microphone, on the back you'll find your 30-megapixel camera, your flash, and finally another microphone. And finally, on the front you'll find a beautiful 1080p display along with a Sony logo. The only thing that bothered me about the buttons is the placement of the power button and the volume rockers. The placement was kind of weird, but I got used to it. Let me talk a little bit about the display. The Xperia Z has a 5-inch 1080p display with 441 ppi, which is really good pixel density. I was really enjoying the screen on this device, but sometimes I had some trouble with the viewing angles. I don't know what it is, but everything became a bit white and washed out. Other than that, the display looks really nice. It also comes with an extra feature that you can turn on in settings to get even more out of your display. The phone has a really nice design to it. It feels like it's made out of glass and I really like the feel of it in my hand. The phone also comes in black and white, which is really cool. Unfortunately, the phone attracts quite a few fingerprints, but I got rid of that with a simple wipe. The phone is 139mm tall, 71mm wide, and 7.9mm thick. The dimensions of this phone were perfect to me and I really like the overall design of this phone. The Sony Xperia Z comes with Android 4.1.2 Jelly Bean, but we can expect Android 4.2 really soon. Unfortunately, this isn't a Nexus device, so it did come with a Sony skin over it, which I didn't really like all that much, so I gave no launcher uninstall, and after that I loved this phone. As I said in the beginning, this phone packs a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor and 2 GB of RAM, which will come really handy when using some more intense apps. I was using this phone a lot and I can say that it performs really well. Didn't have any trouble with jumping from a game to a browser and stuff like that. As you can see from this gameplay, the phone performs really nice and I didn't experience any lag at all. This phone also comes with a back 13.1-megapixel camera that can shoot videos in 1080p at 30 frames per second, and a front-facing camera that has 2.2 megapixels and can also shoot videos in 1080p at 30 frames per second, which is really impressive. I was really pleased with the camera and video quality, so that's definitely a plus. Anyway, I can definitely say that the camera on this phone is really nice. This phone also comes with a 2330 mAh battery, which wasn't that good. Because this phone has that beautiful 1080p display, the battery life wasn't all that great. It got me throughout the day, but I was expecting better battery life, to be honest. Anyway, let's wrap it up with some pros and cons of this device. Pros: great design, excellent performance and specs, good display, but not in all situations, waterproof feature. Cons: poor viewing angles, weird button placement, Sony skin over the Android OS. Anyway guys, that's about it for my review of the Sony Xperia Z provided by C-Mobile. I really love using this phone and I can definitely recommend it to anyone that can get used to some of the cons. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to share it on your social networks and give it a like, comment down below what you think about the phone, and finally be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of my other videos.